Well, hello and welcome to our year in review. I'm joined by a good friend of mine and a man who I've seen plenty of times on the Catchmore Media channel this year, Mr. Rory Jones. Rory, I want to start by looking back on 2019 and the year it's been for you. What are your highlights of this year, would you say?
It's been a brilliant year, I think. All round, just enjoyed the fishing. We've had some nice results along the way. I think probably the World Championships this year would have been a highlight for me because there was a bit riding on it. I had a chance to become number one in the under 25 category if I had a good result. I was fortunate, I had a good peg on the first day, won my section, finished third in my section on the second day, and that was enough that I got where I wanted to be. I got the number one spot, which was what I was after. So that's probably the highlight of my year.
Yeah.
And then two really nice results on the Y in the last month or so, a £97 and then £100 a dace, which takes some beating off a river in the UK, really. It's fantastic.
Awesome fishing. The Y is something special, isn't it? It really is.
It's a phenomenal venue. I don't think there's anything to touch it in the UK. It's I think the volume of the fish, the quality of the sport, for virtually everybody that draws on the Beaumont section itself, there's £25 plus in virtually every peg. And how many venues are there in the country you can say that about?
No.
It's the roach though, isn't it? Those great big roach that you see. It's the stuff of dreams, really. I've seen people this year weigh 40 fish for just over £40. It's really is the stuff of dreams if you can get on them.
It's been an incredible year for you, and as you say, being ranked world number one, that's an incredible achievement.
This is a bit embarrassing, I think, really.
Why?
You can only go down from here, can't you?
Well, that's true, actually. The only way is down, isn't it?
Yeah. I've heard it's a pretty quick descent as well, actually.
Oh, really? Well, I can tell you, you're 25. When you hit 30, it's a quick descent, mate.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Well, the hair's going already, so...
That's true, though. No greys, though, yet, mate.
No, it's the sea's going out, but the pier's still there, I think, is the expression.
The sea's going out. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, don't look too closely.
Well, I think for me, the highlight would be probably winning the Wychavon final at Evesham, because I've always wanted to win one of those finals at Evesham, and it's funny, you can't be too proud. The way it actually happened in the end was, some would say, a little bit lucky. But I had a nice lesson. We had a nice day on the Y the week before, I think, and you caught a load of barbalon meat, and I don't do a lot of that sort of fishing. So when the odds were stacked against me 3 hours in, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a leaf out of Rory's book and chuck a lump of meat out, and 10 minutes later, won £6 in the bottom of the pan, or £7 as it turned out to be. So that was special. But another one would be the Anglo-Dutch Classic in Holland. I mean, that's a festival I've been on for the last 4 years now, and I've been lucky enough to frame sort of 3 out of 4 years. I'm hopefully going to win it next year, and I say that because I've gone 5th and then 3rd, and then this year I was 2nd behind Darren Bickerton. So I'm hoping next year to go one better. But that was.
Was that the first year that Darren's won it, though? Is it the first year that he's managed to actually claim the title?
It was, yeah. He's had a load of 2nds and 3rds over the years, and obviously it's the Don Slaymaker Memorial that we're fishing. The first time Darren went to Holland was with Don, so it was quite nice that he did win it. And I just enjoy the fishing. I never really do anything like that. You know, in this country, I don't do a lot of feeder fishing for bream, and that's what that is. So it's a nice change for me. And 120 odd anglers. It's I was chuffed with that one. So. And
they're big old fish, aren't they? Oh. So I've seen the pictures of them. It's not something that I've done any of. I've never really done any bream fishing on those big canals, but they're cracking fish, aren't they? When you see the nets, they're
brilliant fish. You stay away, mate. You'll catch enough. And do without you to compete with as well.
I'm not much good on the feeder. There's a few that have seen me on the feeder. It's a bit of a crack-off job, so I'll leave that to you, I think.
I don't believe that for a minute.
It's a bit messy.
Okay, Rory. Another question. Who would you say is the angler of 2019? Who'll be remembered the most this year, would you say?
I think it's a difficult question, and for me, there's no one person that stands out. There's been a lot of brilliant results, there's no hiding that, but there's one man in particular that I think will be greatly missed by the angling world, and that's John Wilson. He's inspired generations of anglers to go fishing. when I was growing up getting into fishing, he was the person that I watched on TV. I got all his DVDs, videos, when he was casting the bread flake under the farbank trees and you'd see the chub appear and grab it. It just sort of ignited that sort of passion for fishing that I don't think many people have actually managed to do, and certainly not capture on film.
No.
And for me, I think probably John Wilson's death is a great tragedy for angling, and he would be my angler of 2019.
Well, yeah.
On that note, really.
As you say, few people have inspired anglers more and left as much of a footprint on the sport, really.
Yeah, a true legend.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you've sort of bamboozled me a bit with that one, because I was thinking much more close to home, much more match fishing related anglers of the year. And you said earlier when we talked about your year in angling, how you've gone on to be ranked #1 in the world. You've put in some very impressive displays domestically as well this year. So for me, I think you'd be the angler of the year. I think another side, to what we've done, you've certainly been, I'd say, the most accomplished person I've discovered in terms of presenting to camera. You come across so well, and I think it's been a real find for Catchmore Media, and great credit to yourself and your own ability, really. You're not just an amazing angler, but you're a great presenter and a very natural speaker.
Thank you. Yeah. How much did we agree? Was it day rate or?
Well, we didn't talk about that, did we? But,
no.
To be fair, there've been a few complaints.
You better be easy on me.
Quite a few people think you're a bit posh, Roy, but I've never.
Well, actually, Tom, is that our soufflés burning?
It might be. You better go and check, mate. I thought soufflés were just outside Paris, to be honest, but.
Oh dear. Yeah. Sorry about that, Tom. I've given Bernard the butler the day off.
I can't blame him, mate.
I got the soufflés sorted for us there this afternoon.
Well, I tell you what, mate. Not many anglers look after me this well, so whether they think you're posh or not, you get top marks from me, and you're my angler of 2019.
Thank you very much.
Soufflés.
Soufflés, yeah. Well, it's a normal sort of Monday night for me, really, Tom. Yeah. Start with a soufflé and go from there, really. It's
what comes after the soufflé? With croquet, maybe?
Croquet, yeah, in the summer months. Yeah.
You've got to laugh, folks. You've got to laugh, haven't you?
You've got to try, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
So, moving on. 2020, Rory. What are your ambitions for next year, would you say?
I think you just got to keep enjoying your fishing, really.
Yeah.
There's a few venues I'd like to go to. I think we were talking about it this morning. I'd like to try Chard Reservoir. I've seen there's some good fishing there. I'd like to try and get on a few more rivers. The Yare, I'd like to try and get on that. I'd love another shot at catching a big weight on the Y before the season's out. I caught the 100-pound a couple of weeks ago, but I feel that if I could go back to the same peg now, perhaps I could catch 120 or 130 pound. May never happen, it might be a chance of a lifetime, but I'd love another go. I really would love another go at that. What about you?
2020. I'm going to focus a lot more on river fishing next year. One thing I definitely felt in 2019, I spread myself too thinly. And in the past, I could get away with it because I went fishing more when I was not working for myself, when I was at DHB, etc. I sort of could get away with winging it a little bit more with the prep side of things and turning up to commercials and often do well. And then you go on a river and do all right. And this year, when I've been commercial fishing, I've been found out really by the fact that I've not been doing a lot of it. And so I definitely think a bit more focus, and I do enjoy, I love my river fishing. So I think I might actually have a go at River Masters for the first time, Riverfest, for the first time ever this year.
Of course, there's the change of venue now as well, isn't there? So.
Absolutely, final on the Trent. That's only maybe 45 minutes from my house where they're finally. So
that's Burton Joyce, is it?
Yeah. So that'll be really good. But no, I'm very excited, and I think in terms of the channel as well, we've got a lot of exciting plans for 2020. You'll be seeing a lot more of this handsome chap, although maybe not quite as well dressed in the forthcoming episodes?
No, I can't get this gear mucky.
Folks, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic 2020 and hope you've had a great Christmas. We'll see you next year.
All the best.